Hi, my name is Blanca Enriquez. I'm a transaction coordinator, virtual assistant. I've been currently working virtually for the past 3 years, but I had the experience to live in New Jersey for 15 years, where I work initially as a real estate agent assistant, then as a loan officer assistant, and I became myself a loan officer and a mortgage processor. Then I moved to Illinois and I worked there as a loan officer and mortgage processor. So I basically understand the whole process. I'm currently also working with an insurance broker agent in Illinois, and all the combination of the past experience helps me a lot to be able to now dedicate myself to do my transaction coordinator business. So this transaction is specifically for eXp Realty agents, and I created this template. This is a Google Sheet, and this is basically your sky slab in one Google Sheet. The reason why I did this is because I found that this was more useful for the agents, because they have these Google Sheets on their phone on the go, and they can see this at any time, anywhere. I know with the SkySlab too, but makes it easy for you, for your eyes, to find everything and all the information in one sheet. So I took all the SkySlab information, I placed it here. We have on this sample the buyers under contract to closing transaction. And basically here I place the dates, the important dates, like I know this is a buyer under contract to closing, but even if you want, I can place the listing day, expiration date of the listing, the acceptance date for the contract, when are the earnest money dues, and also commitment day due, estimated closing day, which is actually the date on the contract, but as you know, a lot of times once attorney review is concluded, probably this date will change, or maybe some delayed, so the actual closing date will be placed here. We have here on this side the county and the property type, and these two columns I try to place all the numbers: listing price, commission, splits, the sale price, the sold price, the first amount of the first deposit and the second amount, their loan amount, MLS, if there are any seller concessions, their bill, if this is a referral, and the loan type. And basically here I have the parties info for the seller side and for the buyer side, with the name, email, phone number, and company if applies. And here at the bottom I froze on down to here where we have the task list, and on this task list is included all the documents that are in SkySlab, plus all the tasks that I will be performing, or specifying if some of these tasks will be performed by you. Basically is the sales contract and the disclosures, the initial and second deposit, the pre-approval or proof of funds, attorney review letters, the short sale, all these if are applicable, same thing like in SkySlab. And then I will start my process here, emailing the contract to lender, attorney, and the listing agent with all the parties info. I'm presenting myself. I will email also your buyer the process for the transaction. It's a brief explanation, the steps that are coming, like saying, okay, the next step after you sign the contract is going to make sure that you get your pre-approval on time. Please contact your loan officer. Explain a little bit about the home inspection and all the process, the steps. And we will go over about the process with you, because I do have a presentation, but we will personalize to you Also, I will call lender and attorney to introduce myself and confirm they receive the documents. I make sure that the attorney review concludes on time. Home inspection is scheduled. On this, I will help you. If you are referring the client some couple of options for a home inspection, I will make sure that to send the buyer that email with the options. Of course, you as the agent will attend to the home inspection. Make sure that the home inspection is mailed to the buyer's attorney. I won't interfere in suggesting any repairs or anything, neither to the buyer or saying anything to the seller. My job is to make sure that they get their report and they work with the buyer. Inspection agreement completed, making sure that we get that on time. Probably is more like follow-ups, making sure everything goes smooth and on time. Then I will contact the lender for a loan status and confirm if they are ordering appraisal. Follow up on appraisal completed, maybe after 7 days, and loan approval with conditions to make sure that we comply with the commitment day, if not exact day, very close to this. Actually, I will contact the listing agent to email to request the certificate of occupancy and fire certificate. At the same time, if we have already our loan approval, I will attach that to her, or I will let her know probably what is taking a little bit longer. I will contact the buyer by email, let them know that it's time to start looking for the homeowner's insurance, which loan officer should already explain them, and also my list of the process is explained it very briefly. We'll follow up with the attorney in reference to the title. I will follow up on a clear to close with the lender, and then the commission disbursement authorization, make sure we get it to title company or attorney, and we'll follow up on CD for the buyer before closing, probably even though we are supposed to get it like 3 days prior to. Sometimes we get it like the same day, but we'll try to see if possible that they can give the buyer an idea on the CD prior to closing. I will make sure that the buyer knows what to bring to closing and the funds. I will let the attorney to take care of explaining everything, but just making sure that he is clear on that. If not, I will ask him to contact the attorney and make sure that he explains. So this is a closing gift. It says this is a suggestion that I'm making to you. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. For some of the agents that I've been working with, this is something that I've been working to make their buyers feel appreciated at the closing day. And this could be like a plan for the house, doormat, anything, but something, a detail for their house or for them. Schedule the walkthrough inspection. Again, I'll just I will shoot the email to the listing agent or contact, letting them know that you want to schedule. And of course, you will attend to the walkthrough. If you attend to the closing, I suggest you also to take a picture with your buyers at closing. I think that's a nice detail when I send them the e-card for thank you. This task that is a thank you e-card, and it's nice when sometimes we send this with their closing photo and that thank you note. Also, we'll look for the final HUD or CD and copy of the commission check, which you're gonna get, but I can upload always to SkySlab. If there is termination on the deal at any point, we will ensure to get contract termination letter, a thank you email to the parties involved, to the listing agent, the loan officer, and the attorney. Even though sometimes we work with the same loan officer and attorney, it's really nice to send a thank you note. Also, we'll update the closing date on records and MLS. Make sure that the listing agent update the status to close deal. If not, I will just shoot an email and ask to please change the status. Calendar, home anniversary, and if you tell me, you know what, I'm also send my clients, or can you place me a reminder to call my buyers within a month, I will schedule that in your calendar to remind you. And we'll create a social media for you sold photo to place it in your social media that you use. This list documentation has an schedule is only if you are doing a dual transaction representing the seller and the buyer, but basically that's how I work. What we can do also is we can create the labels, place colors. I will place the label in green once the deal is done. Let's say that I have my deal here, and then I close and I move my deal here at the end. And that's how you can have all your deals here just by each sheet, Google Sheet naming it. And it's going to be very easy to share with you, because as you know, I can share with copying the link and share with you, and you can always have very handy. Anytime that I make a change, it's going to be updated. Or if I make a note, a comment on one of the tasks, you will be able to see. Here I will place the completed date. Basically, we are done. This is a simple way to kind of track the process, the transaction process, and help you to free time to spend more time trying to get new deals. Now, in reference to the cost, I charge $350 for buyer under contract to closing, and I get paid only if you close. For listings, if it's a new listing to under contract, I'll charge $150, because I'll help you with a lot of tasks prior to your listing going under contract. And then I will charge $200 from your listing under contract to closing. But if you are interested, just contact me and we can go over any details or questions. Thank you and have a wonderful day.